All right, Mopar people, welcome back to the channel. I'm just Mopar Joe. We just got back from dynoing our 426 crate Hemi engine that was rebuilt over the last few weeks and returned to service. Now we get dyno results. Special thanks to Aaron and his crew at Kuntz & Company in Arkadelphia, Arkansas for all their help. Thanks to Rick Seaman. He walked me through how to build a Hemi. So if you haven't seen that, check out this playlist. This is my sixth engine that was dynoed there, and we had super great results. I didn't know what to expect. I just want to say that first thing here. I've never owned a Hemi, never dealt with Hemis, don't know the world of Hemis. You will see the amount of torque this thing makes versus the horsepower. The horsepower just kept on climbing. We were excited about that. I'm used to, in my world, big block wedges with small runner heads, small combustion chambers. We're always trying to chase good quench in that engine, stuff like that. The Hemi's a whole new ball game. So I was really impressed with this. We did stop our pulls at 6,800 RPM. That was the max. And it was partially because the owner and Rick both decided can we trust the valve train? No idea. I know Rick, that's not his favorite valve train at all. And this is actually a street car. It's going to be a street car he can drive to the racetrack and race when he wants to. So we didn't want to push the limits any further than we actually had to. Had really good results. We did have a carburetor shootout of sorts. We started with my AED 850, which does have nice annular boosters, billet metering blocks, and all that stuff. Really nice carburetor that they sent me as a promo carb for the No Name Nationals a few years back. Then we swapped to his Holley XP 950. It had some previous tuning to it before. We had to undo a lot of that stuff to get it back to factory spec and then move up from there. But you'll see the carburetor shootout throughout these videos here. Let me start you with our first pull. First thing is a special thank you to Michael Yielding for letting us borrow his Hemi Dyno headers. He had them in his attic. They still got spider webs on them, but they'll be great for this because they bolt up and work on this dyno. And last time he was here, I think he made 1,100 horse, but he's got a lot more cubic than we do. So there are our edelbrock heads. The new valve job was done here at Kuntz in Arkadelphia. Spring set up, everything new on those. Valve job redone. It had a bunch of bent valves. The new pistons, the best diamond pistons put in. Now it's closer to 10.5 or 11 to 1. You'll have to see that on Rick's channel. I'll put a link to it below if you'd like to. We're going to start with my AED 850 carburetor. They've got a Holley XP we're going to swap on later, but I know this is a tried and true carburetor right now, and last time they ran theirs, they had a few little issues. So I think we're about ready. I mentioned this goes in the owner's dad's old 65 Cornet. The dad bought this engine originally, ran it for several years. They had it rebuilt. During the rebuild, they swapped to the bullet camshaft that it has now and these edelbrock heads, and it slowed down a full second in the quarter mile. So that's why my original video, I called this the slowest 426 Hemi. In a 65 Cornet, it was running in 13-second range. So it was pretty weak then. But hopefully after today and all the stuff we've done, it comes back to life. And for the people wondering about my port alignment, I still think we did pretty good when I cleaned that up. That's a different video.
Which that was for what?
425 by 375.
4250 by 375.
Yep.
it's on film, so if she goes, she goes.
It wasn't meant to be if it goes.
Look at Logan, we're ready to go.
That's really bad story.
Oh, that thing still wants more. 644 and 6800. Wow. Y'all could either you could advance the cam timing and probably pick up some torque and peak earlier, or you just need less cam shift. You got what now, guys?
Hell, I've had all the fun I need. It's up to y'all.
Well, I guess cut it off. We can talk about it.
So take the spacer off, make a hit, same tune up, see what it does. So he decides whether he wants to mess the spacer or not.
Well, that's my carb, so we know it's happy now. If we want to put his on and try to start tuning,
Yeah, that's what I would like to do.
you know, that
Because I can't
His car,
run
his
a
spacer
spacer
that
like
way.
that, even if I wanted to. My hood clearance isn't there,
Yeah.
so
Well, you
unfortunately.
definitely got a baseline now. So.
Yeah.
Let me drag it back to 60.
I gotta be honest, I was hoping for 600 horse.
It's way exceeded our,
Yeah, our expectations are
What was the?
well over.
I guess 598 is what my guess was.
Yeah.
I would say, what, 638 is a valid peak right now. Like, you wouldn't count that last number, would you?
Yeah, probably not. You know, you throw out the.
So
Yeah, I mean, I'd call. Well, I mean, it's. Yeah, I mean, you make. What I generally do if I'm really trying to get the number, I do 3 pulls and then I average numbers. The new dyno does a lot of that stuff. I'm sorry, this is old antiquated equipment, but you know, when I'm testing for real numbers, like if I'm testing a product or something like that, I generally do a 3-pull average at the same temperature, and then I just add all 3 numbers together and divide it, and that usually, because you got little peaks and valleys, and when you put smoothing on, I mean, like the new dyno, you can smooth it by a certain percent,
Yeah.
and then it makes this beautiful graph, and it kind of takes out the peaks and valleys and gives you a little smoother number. So,
What does the torque tell you here?
well, I mean, it's peaking at 5,000. I mean, basically, you know, you're peaking about 5,000 normally. It's you can kind of tell to me, you kind of tell it's carrying nuts because the head's so
I don't know
big.
where we lost
got-
all the power from that.
Got a big old head on it, so it's carrying the power on up there. Because
I know, but yeah, but
It was.
I think you're completely safe calling that a solid 600. But you know, as far as I mean, there's no question it's making at least 600. But always remember there's a little spread.
Yeah,
But this is the
As far
same numbers
as
Joe's been
you
getting
think
on all the
like
stuff
ship
he's
to
been doing, so that's a good
6,500?
basic comparison.
Yeah.
We've done nothing to this
Yes.
now.
put a rev limiter in, maybe 68 or something.
Don't ever drive anything without a red limiter.
Yeah, that's.
I can tell you, at 6,700, it was happy as shit up there. I mean, it wasn't. The train wasn't unhappy. It was still.
No, we've got the proper springs on it.
I mean, we shipped to 67 and put a 7,000 rev
probably.
limiter on.
And as good as it RPMs, as much spread as there is between peak horsepower, it kind of tells me that, you know, that head's kind of big. If it was a higher velocity, smaller runner, it would probably make more torque and it would peak sooner.
Yeah,
And
I
that's-
think those heads would be more comfortable on the 528s
Yeah.
and
Yeah, they're kinda
the
big,
572.
We're going to swap on his 950 Holley XP carburetor in place of my AED 850 with angular boosters. I think that's a lot superior carburetor, Aaron. I'm just partial to it. We did notice the accelerator pumps on mine are the larger 50 versus whatever this is, 30 or 35, which is sad that they would give you such a small. Anyway, it is what it is. You got to have the little spacer.
Wow, that,
calmed it down.
yeah, that carburetor is a dog. 588. I'm surprised.
508, we're in the 540s, 5,000, 505, 540. We lost 30 foot-pounds of torque, which that car's too late.
Yeah, looks like.
We're going 93 at the front, 94 in the back, right? Yep. And it had 90s in the front and 88s in the back. So that's why it was super duper lean. There is a power valve in the front and rear.
Carburetor didn't pick up 10%.
Yeah, the whole thing.
So that tells me we probably do need to make it put smaller bleed in it.
Yeah.
It sounded happier that time. I mean,
It's not getting it down low, is it?
yeah, well, it ain't getting anywhere really. I mean, we're still. I changed a lot of jet in that thing, and I didn't even make it 10%. We finally got to 140 at 6,400, which is where we kind of picked up our power. So I bumped that. I did make.
So what did y'all change at the last one?
Changed the rear air bleeds mainly. We did change those two little bleeds that did change, but they're just idle circuit air bleeds.
Okay.
We're gonna sit and tighten up the rear of the carburetor. We just changed the rear air blades because the fronts are still a little lean, but not to the extent the rears are. I'm trying to get a little wide, but I got bigger jets in the back and still got a lean back. So. How you jet it, that carburetor just don't atomize fuel source out of them. I mean, we're off.
I knew the AEDs were good, but I wouldn't.
We're off 20 horsepower essentially. But what we did do was we got our.
I mean, our best on
We
the.
got a lot of our torque back. We're within 10 foot-pounds where that's what pissed me off for that first pull. We were down 40 pounds of torque. We're 530 now. We're 540 on the other one. So it's coming around. We could try. If we got another air blade, just do we have anything smaller than a 27 for the back? Maybe we drop it down to maybe a 30 in the front and a 25 or something in the back, and at that point, I say I ain't sure we shouldn't put the spacer under it and make it hit right now because it might be chasing them.
We realize he's still down on power versus my AED carburetor, but we wanted an apples to apples comparison, so we jumped in here and threw the Wilson tapered spacer back on in about 2 minutes. So the engine's not even cooled off yet. I think we're ready to try it again.
did. We picked up a little bit. 15 horse, almost all on the top end. The torque, we're back about where we were. Well, we definitely got the fueling closer on it, and we picked up what 30 foot-pounds of torque since we started. So we're getting there. I just don't know. We may never. I think we may never match that AED. I don't think carb's that far off now, honestly.
Yeah.
As far as fueling goes, we could fat it
Well,
up.
that is a 950. Is it maybe too big? Like, should I buy an 850 like what Joe's got?
Well, I mean that motor at that power level definitely doesn't need that much carburetor.
Okay.
It would probably help the mid-range and low end to have smaller carburetor. So there we are at about 250 pounds of fuel. It actually, Spacer actually leaned it out a little bit. Usually it fattens them up. That's crazy. I managed to see how that thing does with Joe's carb.
So we can do my carb and the thin spacer again?
Yep, that's what we'll do now.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going AED with the thin spacer. And we'll have a...
No bell mount.
What's that?
And no bell mount.
No bell mount.
And then we'll go back to back and we'll put the bell mount on, see if it picks up anything. That'll tell us how much we're missing on the XP. We're not too far off where we were. We're about where we were at the other carburetor. Well, about 30, 28, 15. That was with spacer. $530, $543. We're a little better. We're a little bit better right there, but not. Yeah, torque's better. Yeah, torque's a lot better there. 472 at 4,000. Oh, I'm not looking at the full pull. 472, 455.
Wow. 15 horsepower on that little bell mount. But he runs an air cleaner like that, so that is simulating what he has done.
Yeah. I don't think it XP's off too far.
You don't think it is?
Not bad at all.
But that's with the Wilson.
Yeah, but here's the amount. The difference is between your carburetor and his carburetor under the same circumstances.
Okay, so even,
Yeah.
we could throw away the first number, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you just kind of got to take it with a grain of salt, kind of look through, see if you see a trend.
+5, down 1,
Yeah, I mean,
+1.
It's not terrible.
What is that? 72 to 59.
Well, again, look at the next one. You had a 70, you know, you got to take,
74.
7469, let's see, 4100. You're 4100, 4100. Here's what you had. See, there you had a 55 over here, and you had a 74 over there, 5972, 6979, see, 4300, 90 to 70. So you're 20 foot-pounds off there.
Walk in and look at that.
I mean, that's massive.
81504. Yeah, it's 1520 all through. That's what I said. This is a little better, and there you're a little less than that. There's 93 to 12, 526. You're 20 there, 20 there, well, 816 there. 6. I mean, it's definitely is torqueier with AED carburetor. Definitely,
Yeah, but he-
definitely missing about 20 foot-pounds of torque, apples and apples.
He's got a 3,900 pound car
it.
with 355 gears. Like,
And the fuel's not that far off. I mean, if you look at the fuel consumption, we're 186 versus 195. That's not 20 foot-pounds atomization.
I see it. And then what's our biggest horsepower gain?
Did I just curse on your YouTube video?
It's a.
You edit that, won't you?
I'll try.
Okay. Sorry, I'll try to clean up my act, Joe. 26, 22, 41, 27, 45, 49, 259. And again, really the best way to do it is to take these sheets. You can kind of, again, I apologize. When we get the new dyno, we'll be able to give you a lot better analysis on that stuff. But a lot of times what I'll do if I'm trying to do really deep dive, I'll stick them in a spreadsheet and I'll just plug the numbers in, and I can do smoothing. I can look at 3 pull averages and do all that stuff.
But there's 15.
Yeah, it's 15, 20 foot-pounds. Well, if you look at your torque here, we're 12, 25. The AED definitely is, and it's not just jetting because we're not off that much now. We got the gap closed pretty good on the jetting package.
78 to 50. Wow, that's 19 horsepower.
Yeah.
And it was basically 20 foot-pounds from like 600 or 800 RPM range. You got 20 more foot-pounds.
Yeah, it's not huge.
You got a heavy car, man.
I need
You
that.
need that torque.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not huge. But see, that's how it goes. You're looking for, been happy with 580 and 520, but now that you've seen the other, you can't do without it.
I know.
I mean, 600 sounds better. But
Yeah, I told him I was calling it 600 all day long.
Yeah, well, I mean, we made 615 on your carburetor.
Yeah.
oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, what do you think about today?
Well, I think any day that you're able to make multiple pulls on the dyno and not leave any oil on the balls, it's a good day.
And Hemis cost a lot when you blow them up, I hear.
Yeah, no kidding. And some of that stuff's probably very difficult to replace these days, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think I'm converted yet, though. I'm still a wedge man.
Are you?
Yeah. I like my torque, We made some torque before, but he had some good horsepower, and I think they're happy, so.
Yeah, I think your customers are ecstatic. It's a really nice street engine, and it made performed very well. We make 540 foot-pounds of torque at 5,000.
Yeah.
Over 600 horsepower. It's on
Yeah.
pump gas.
That easy cheesy.
It sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Starts from the hip.
That's what he wanted. So.
All right, good job. As
Yes, sir.
always.
I appreciate it. We'll be back.
Hey, we appreciate you. You guys do a great job, and it's always a pleasure working with you. Appreciate having you down here.
Can I tell them about the big block Mopar cam challenge happening here? You're gonna let that happen here, right?
We'll definitely work with you, Joe. We'll see how that works out. And did you figure out how you're going to have some like independent judging? I don't want to be the judge.
No.
I mean, as long as you've got a set criteria where this is what it is, and everybody agrees to these terms, and all, I'm just going to spit out the paper. You guys are going to crunch it and declare the winner. Happy to do that. We get our new dynos running again. We're waiting on Superflow to fix a board for us, but we'll hopefully have that done. If Superflow, anybody from Superflow is watching this within a couple of weeks,
They'd like that. So. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch you next time. I appreciate y'all watching throughout this. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I've got more engines to dyno this year. I've got a big block cam shootout with three of the largest engine builder names on YouTube right now. They're all sending me big block Mopar solid roller camshafts and a 538 engine. That's going to be exciting coming on this year. I got a lot of other stuff lined up. Race events. John Cope's finally shipped my valve body to me. Trans brake valve body for my race car. Everything's going my way, and I just hit 25,000 subscribers. So thank y'all for that. I appreciate y'all watching, and I will catch you next time.